showing you something very important on this video that is really going to hit your trading goal. If you follow this setup, this is about 80 to 90% high win rate. Now what I just want to share with you on this video is I just want you to understand this setup. How do you know that price has already completed its move on range? That is what we call base. How do you know? You don't just enter price anyhow and decided to just follow the move the way you see it. No, you need to understand the setup, what price is trying to do, why is price acting the way they do. You need to understand that before you take an informed decision. You need to first of all see what it's doing, and when price is done with what it is doing, then you are eligible for entry. Now let's look at this. This is a very big base fair value gap from daily time frame. And then there's something I want you to first of all understand here. Let's shift. You can see that price actually was surging high. Let's see, the high gained momentum from this area and it's really an up move. Now the next thing is this. You can see one thing in your mind is that immediately you spot an area like this, the next thing is that after within the range you don't trade, because there's no way you can make money inside the range. There will be a lot of manipulations. You understand? It's just like an ox running and is throwing leg behind, be kicking people, whatever prey or should I say enemy that is coming behind it. Just like they see the price is going down, but you can see different wicks just to hit out people. You understand? So in this area you don't even try to dare trade, because you cannot spot out where price is going at the end. So people talk about breakout. Well, I love that, I love breakout, but breakout you need to understand. And there's another thing you need to understand is that when you start making the real move, that is resuming trend, you must start resuming trend from the range so that you can start getting price at a cheaper level when you are longing your market, when you want to go long in the market. Now that doesn't mean that you are trading inside the range. Let's start. Now you can see this is an up move. I love this kind of move. In the process of moving, price left a fair value gap here. Now this is the base fair value gap, and you can see that as price is entering into this fair value gap, you understand, they are returning. It's a very strong fair value gap, and it is good for you to watch out for these fair value gaps, but specifically this one. Now we have a lot of fair value gaps here as well, but specifically watch out for this. Now you can see, look at how price are entering here. Look at this particular level. You can see that price did not close below its body, below this fair value gap. It didn't close its body below this fair value gap, and you can see this as well. So they are just leaving weak behind, and then they are closing above, you understand, the end of this fair value gap. Now let's spot areas where fair value gap is inside the range. Now look at this. We have a fair value gap here. Now this fair value gap, you can see how price came in and then came back to this fair value gap again. Let's look at the opposite fair value gap, this small fair value gap and the bigger fair value gap. What it means is that this fair value gap here, you can see, is opposite this direction, so you don't take a trade from there. That's not how to spot if price is done with its range and it's ready to move. No, it's going to give you a sign. I'm going to show you that sign. Look at the next one. We have a fair value gap here as well. Now look at this candle, this bigger one, and this. You can see the gap, the left, between the high of this candle and the low of the wick of this candle. Then the body that is left, the space that is left inside this bigger body, is called fair value gap, just like what we highlighted here. Look at the high of this, the wick of this candle. Look at the low of this wick candle. Look at this body. What is left between this high and this low on this body is called fair value gap. You can now see what is happening here. This one is literally in the direction of the market, but look at this candle here. You understand, closed, you understand, around the area of this candle that formed this fair value gap. Look at it. We'll call that inversion. So price is not ready to move. You can see price came in, still sold. Now look at another one. Look at this very one here. You can see that price also, we have a fair value gap here. This one too had an inversion here. Price supposed to test it and start moving up, but it closed with what, a body candle near this candle. Now look at the next one. Let's see, find another fair value gap here. We have another fair value gap here. Okay, look at this. I think I spotted it. Look at this. Price came down. It's directly opposite this. Now look at this area too. There's a fair value gap here. Now look at it. Price closed, inverted this. Let's go again. Price means the price is not yet ready. This is another one. Look at it. Now this one is nice. This one is just along the trend, and you can see here that price did not close this candle did not close its body on this candle. You understand? And it's still direct in direction of this move. So we're expecting price price to move up and resume trend. But let me tell you something. It's not going to work. Do you know why? Let me pick something here and show you. It's not going to work. Look at the candle. Look at it. This is nice, but you can see there is no candle that is closing bodily above this candle. If there's a candle that closed bodily above it, it's ready to break away. But see, it's only weak. Look at it. It's only weak. Look at it, weak. So it will not work. You understand? You need to know many things. So let me return this back. I'm going to use this as example for this. Now look at this. You can see we have a fair value gap here, but it's opposite the direction of the true direction of the market. It's opposite the bias. So you can see this one came in, respected it, yet still inside this base fair value gap. Now look at the final one. Look at what happened. You can see I already placed a line here. Now look at it. There's a fair value gap here which I already drew. Now look at this candle. Came to fill the fair value gap, and look at the top. This candle closed bodily above the high of this week candle, and you can see it's very clear that price closed high above it. And when price closed high above it, if I put an let me just put an horizontal line there to spot that area, so that we can go to lower time frame for an informed decision. You understand? Now look at what happened. That fourth candle has been closed by this, and let's go to lower time frame 1 hour to see what really happened and how you can take a decision from here. Now we are on 1 hour. Look at what is happening here. Look at what this exactly that let me place it well. This is exactly that line. Is this high? The high of this is the high of this candle we actually saw that price took, right? Now on this high, you can see that a fair value gap was created with this momentum candle. A fair value gap was created. Now price came back. That was the little height you saw on daily is what you are seeing here. The overall activities that was going on inside that one candle in 1 hour. You can see. So as price came to touch this line, it actually drove into this fair value gap to fill it, and then you can find your entry anywhere around here and then leave it. Now let's go back to daily for you to spot out your exit, right? I'm still coming back to 1 hour so that I can tell you where to place your to place your stop loss. Now this high here is a liquidity, and there's no way price will come back. We always come to this place to take liquidity that it left, you understand, before it began the range. So it came back, took the liquidity, so you have to exit your trade from it. This is where your take profit is. Now anywhere below this line on 1 hour, let's go back to 1 hour, should be your stop. But I always like doing something, you understand. I always like doing something despite the fact that price came to this line, you understand. I always like doing something, placing my stop anywhere outside this fair value gap. You understand? Because one thing I notice is that below any fair value gap there is always another block. Look at it. So this is a fair value gap, this is another block. So anything here is safe for you. You understand? Anything here below this other block is safe. It's safer. So you can put your stop here and then find your exit where within daily. So you come to 1 hour to exit, to find your exit, your stop loss, and then you go back to daily to find your take profit. Now I guess you understand this. If you want to really know more, it's free. You understand? If you want to know more, it's free. You can join me. You understand? If you really want to know more, I'm going to show you the in-depth analysis of this. You understand? There's a lot to still learn, but this at least has a high win rate, can still help you. But there's a need for us to break it down for you. There's a need for we to simplify it for you. You understand? If you want to join us, just send a message. You understand? Go to the comment section and comment. So that will really inspire me to go on another video. You understand? So that's all. Thank you.